Hello and welcome to the recorded webinar on creating a budget, setting financial goals in college. My name is Sarah Miller. I am a tutor here with Southern State Community College. The objectives of this webinar are to help you learn what a budget is, identify benefits of creating a budget, track daily spending habits, identify budgeting tools that will help you manage your money, and learn ways to decrease spending and increase income. Budgeting is an important step to financial security. It's a way to estimate your monthly income and expenses and a plan for meeting those expenses. It's about choices, deciding how to make and spend your money, which takes willpower and dedication. The vicious cycle of borrowing. Unfortunately, many people are familiar with this scenario. You spend more than you earn, borrow to fill the gap, and then it takes more money to pay back the debt, which leads to more borrowing to maintain your lifestyle. And the end result is you never get ahead and you have nothing left. If you can prevent borrowing in the first place, you may be able to avoid this vicious cycle. And buckling down on a budget will help you do this. Financial independence will come with control of your spending. You will eliminate stress that comes from not being able to pay your bills or owing more money for making late payments. And your credit can suffer from late payments or non-payments, so it's a good idea to budget your money. You're going to start by tracking your spending. Before delving into a monthly budget plan, track your daily spending for a week. Write down every purchase amount, no matter how small, in a spending journal, and include exactly what was purchased. With this information, you'll be able to identify unnecessary spending, adjust your lifestyle to necessary purchases, and then make conscious decisions about your spending. This will also help you estimate your monthly expenses. You will need to watch your spending closely, and keeping a journal will help you see where your money is going and figure out what expenditures can be cut so that you can start saving for your goals. It's important that your goals be very clear to you. Consider making your goals SMART goals. SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. If your goals are specific, you will know exactly what the goal will accomplish, as well as how and why it will be accomplished. If it's measurable, you will know how to measure it, whether or not the goal has been reached, and you'll need to know at least 2 indicators to help you measure this. Make sure that it's attainable. Does it seem realistic? Have others done it successfully? See that you have the necessary knowledge, skills, and abilities and resources to accomplish this goal. And ask yourself if meeting the goal will challenge you without defeating you. Is the goal relevant? You need to know the reason, the purpose, or the benefit of accomplishing this goal. Think about what the result of the goal is going to be. And is it time-bound? Make sure you have a date in mind of when you will or can accomplish the goal, and see that the completion date creates a practical sense of urgency. And remember, always be sure to revise your goal as needed. Now, there are 3 types of expenses. We have fixed, flexible, and periodic. Fixed expenses do not change. They are payments like a car payment or mortgage or rent. Flexible expenses will change, such as electricity, food, and clothing. And periodic expenses occur regularly but not frequently. For example, insurance, subscriptions, and license renewals. We all need to try to find ways to decrease our spending. Some little tips here would be to carry little cash to avoid impulse buying, control your credit card usage by giving yourself a limit for necessary items, and absolutely no shopping for fun. Always remember your goals and pay your bills on time to avoid those extra fees. And of course, we all want to increase our income. Maybe you can find a temporary or second job to get ahead. You can look into tax credits that you may qualify for, or you can pay less taxes so you get more money in each paycheck. There are some budgeting tools that can be very useful. Monthly payment schedules, monthly payment calendars, and computer programs such as Excel. Here's an example of a monthly payment calendar. On the calendar, it has the dates of your paychecks and the amounts, as well as your expenses. There's a fixed payment of rent. A car payment is also fixed. And then you have a periodic expense, or it also could be fixed. But that's insurance. So you have bills and you have your income on the payment calendar, which is simple to keep and may work well with those who are more visual. Here's a screenshot from Excel, a computer program from Microsoft Office that can help you outline your monthly expenses and compare them with your income. You don't need to be certified or very skilled in Excel in order to make the program useful for creating a budget. Here you can see that the expenses are all outlined, and then you have your income onto the side, so you can compare those and get the difference to see where you are standing. Budgeting for college is not always easy. You have to consider tuition, transportation, books, fees, and supplies. It's a good idea to not borrow more than you need for tuition. It's very tempting to accept all the loans that they offer you, but you should only borrow what you need. And any extra funds need to be used wisely, most likely towards transportation, books, fees, and supplies. So for transportation, you need to figure out how much it's going to cost you to drive to school, including gas and car maintenance, or payment, if applicable. And you need to set some money aside for books, fees, and supplies. Remember, you can always use used books, which you can find online at Amazon.com, and I'm sure there's other websites that you can order used books from. Sources of income for college include scholarships, loans, and Pell Grants. Scholarships are sums of money or other aid granted to a student because of merit, need, or other reasons in order to pursue his or her studies. Loans are monies given to pursue educational goals and to be paid back with low interest over time. And they usually do not require you to start paying them back until 6 months after graduation or 6 months after you've stopped going to school. Pell Grants are money that the U.S. federal government provides for students who need it to pay for college. Federal Pell Grants are limited to students with financial need who have not earned their first bachelor's degree. Consider this scenario. You add up all of your bills and the total is $900, but your income only equals $600. What are you going to do? Well, first you need to think about the bills that would be the most important. Unfortunately, when times are hard, we sometimes need to choose which bills to pay. When this is the case, you need to consider which bills are top priority. For instance, rent or mortgage will probably be the most important. Next to that, household expenses such as electric and phone. And the next rung could be high interest loans. So when you're not able to pay, it's a good idea to always communicate this to your creditors. You may be surprised how they can understand and work with you. They usually appreciate it when you call and tell them your situation. Well, I hope that this webinar has helped you gain a little insight on the importance of tracking your daily spending and how to prepare a personal budget to estimate your monthly and income and expenses, ways to decrease spending and increase your income, and the tools that you can use to help manage your money.